On Ustream? No, they're not even going in. They're like
No, fuck it.
texting us, losing their shit.
Here we go. Hey, folks, it's another episode of Address This Mess. We actually got I'll grab one. We got something new for you guys. We got some ads we got to run here at the beginning of the show now from our affiliates. The first one we're going to do here is School of Podcasting. So you want to start a podcast, but you don't know where to start. With help from School of Podcasting, you can have a full turnkey podcast right out of the box. Need help getting on iTunes? No problem. School of Podcasting can help you with that. Already have a podcast, you're looking to make it grow. School of Podcasting can help you with that too. What you got to do is you got to go to www.addressthismess.com, go to our affiliates page, and click on the banner. Our second ad for the night is Value Mags. Value Mags is an online magazine company offering huge savings on magazine subscriptions. With over 800 magazines, they're sure to have the magazine you are looking for. They even offer 12 free issues of a selection of magazines just for signing up, no credit card required. That's a whole free year of magazines without even opening your wallet. Go to www.addressthismess.com and click on the banner. All right, so Dollar Shave Club. Shaving is already annoying enough. Not to mention the high-priced brand name razors and the fact you have to drive to your local store to purchase them. Why not make razors come to your door, saving you time? What if I told you could have them delivered there for as little as $3.50 per month? That's Canadian.
Not to mention they haven't made a razor blade that can contour the male scrotum.
Wow, that was the loudest. That was ridiculous. All right, with Dollar Shave
It's outrageous.
Club, you can have razors delivered directly to your door for unbelievable prices. Shaving you time and shaving you money. Click the picture above to go to Dollar Shave Club and start shaving today. That above, you have to go to the website and click it.
Just click it.
Also, yeah, Amazon. I imagine most folks don't know what Amazon is. Amazon, if you do not know, it's an online shopping super center. Anything you're looking for, you can get at Amazon. And if you're looking to purchase anything at Amazon, if you go to www.addressthismess.com and go to our affiliates page, we have a link set up there. Use our link to go to Amazon and purchase whatever you need, folks. And that'll help out us and helps you out. People helping people is powerful stuff.
What do you think is the most expensive thing on Amazon?
The most
It's got to be like a vehicle or
expensive
something.
thing.
Can you sell your house on Amazon?
I don't think so.
These are all very good questions.
Can you sell your house? No. Like Amazon, it's not like a Kijiji or
Right,
like
I guess not.
fucking eBay. On
Great. Well, I'm going to Amazon. I'm going to find the most expensive thing.
it'll be some kind of jewelry, guaranteed.
Jewelry?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like a Fabergé egg?
Yeah, I'm not
I
even.
guess that's not jewelry.
Don't even look it up. It's
Most
jewelry. Of course it is.
Come on.
Wink.
How can you be so sure of yourself, sir?
Well, the reason I know is because
Because you've been through the song and dance?
it's another great one.
Is that the case?
They're not one of our affiliates, but maybe one day they will be. They got a great one. It's called "At First You Did, Now You Don't."
What's
And
that?
they sell like used wedding rings.
Oh. That's pretty clever.
Yeah, it's fucking a great idea.
First you did.
Fucking love it. I hope we can get affiliated with those guys.
That's interesting.
They're definitely shaving you money.
Shave the whales. No, it's save the whales.
Okay, so did you figure out what Darpa is? Sorry, folks, for those of you just tuning in, we did have a minor glitch in the system. This is our second time around. We were about 7 minutes in earlier,
Yeah.
and we had a bit of a system meltdown. So what was Darpa?
DARPA. You're
Is it-
saying they were getting into human genetics?
Yeah, because
DARPA was that thing, like, it got started by Eisenhower, I think. Well, that's what it said. In 58.
Mm-hmm.
And it's defense research projects
Yeah.
for the military. So it was sanctioned at the start to be research into technology that is beyond what the military has today. So we don't have a necessity for it, but we have to make sure that we're the ones innovating so that we always have the biggest stick kind of thing, right?
Right.
So as long as your country's budget for defense and weapon research is huge, then you're always the king of the hill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is one of your biggest worries. If you're the superpower, Because if you're the champ, everybody just wants to take a shot at the champ, right?
Fucking right.
But so yeah, they'll buy shit up and they'll do sketchy research. Like that's just something that's under the guise of the Ministry of Defense.
Yeah, because they're doing like the human genetic testing and looking at fucking with our.
But nobody wants to let you do that. Like there's certain things that human beings know we shouldn't let human beings rush into.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a few things that hinge just a little bit on human stupidity. We have the ability to make gigantic mistakes. We've invented things that give us a very, very small margin of error. Mm-hmm. The problem is there's more and more and more of us, so you're growing your chance on stupidity side of things.
Well, I'm not surprised.
While you're on the innovating side to grow the chance of catastrophic weapons falling into hands of people who aren't thinking straight or maniacs.
Well, I'm surprised more people don't go out with that like fucking blaze of glory.
Playing a Bon Jovi song.
Like when you just know you're at the end and you're just fucking like, you know what, fuck it and snap.
Or you always think you would. I think it's a very sad thing for people to come to the end most of the time though.
Well, I think of it as like your last day at your job. Like if you think you could just fucking, like what are they going to do, fire you? Like you hear that saying forever. You're like, how do more people not just leave their job going, you know what, fuck you guys, just walking out the door, middle finger rocking, get in the parking lot, do a burnout, fucking Led Zeppelin, hair flowing in the wind, windows down, and their fucking, what, like 1980 T-Bird with the T-roof?
It depends on how pumped you can be for death, because after you quit your job, you'd be pumped to be going to live the rest of your life and everything, but death is just a huge somber thing. I don't know how you can, like, there's humans that get convinced that death is just the start of it all. The start of something fantastic.
Just waking up, bro.
And people, and people in this world, they just get people to do things and manipulate them because they have promises of something else. Some light. But how crazy is it that other human beings can just manipulate other human beings like that? Like there is a big difference between us in some people's capacity.
Manipulating humans, like that cult leader. What was that?
You can't see brains. Well, which one?
We talked about already. We're good. I already told my bit on the cult leader having the wrong job.
There's just so many. And they pull it off here and there, just small groups of guys that just get these people swirled up because they got nothing to believe in. Yeah. And they just want to latch onto something, man. It's a very big fault of human nature. Yeah. And you can get convinced and talked into shit like crazy. Think about salesmen. Anyone who sells you on something, anybody who sways you on something that you don't need, just manipulated you. Whether you're okay with being manipulated by a salesman, where you're just impressed that he sold you the truck and you're like, I was kind of looking for a truck and good sales job. You know you got manipulated. Yeah. But some of these people don't know. Like when you get manipulated on a huge scale and your level of stupidity is very, very high, you don't really know because it comes with a huge level of ignorance as well, where it's just that you don't know, you don't care, it's never come up. So is it even real if you've never...
I find I like to take pride in not being sold on things. I have been, like I've definitely been pushed towards products, but usually like when I'm going to buy something, I've researched it online. I figured out what I want and I walked in the store knowing what I'm going to be buying and I just wheel in there and grab it. You're like, you're in and you're out. You know everything there is about that product. That salesman's not going to tell you something about that product you don't know. Yeah.
Right. If you've already, well then you're just watching a dancing monkey.
I don't know. I just usually.
Or you just don't care for the sales job.
No, I don't even listen to it. I just say, hey, do you have this? And they're like, yeah, I got it. I was like, yeah, I want one.
Okay, but how ridiculous is it that telemarketers work? That someone could call you, interrupt your day, and then all of a sudden get you sparked into a conversation of something you never even heard about. And then they convince you to give some of your money out of your pocket to them.
Do you know anyone who's been like, oh, fuck, I just bought this thing from a telemarketer?
There's no way they do it if it never worked.
Right. I guess the thing is, you have to knock on enough doors, eventually one's going to open. That's kind of the...
Right, but you have to think the level of other human beings. Like, just the people you walk by every day are so much different than you think they might be.
Well, it's
crazy. You kind of just think that everybody's on this same kind of even scale, but they're not. Not even close. The people right next to you and me.
Well, I just...
Polar opposites.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I guess that comes from having a free country.
I just find
Not to brag.
I find it weird when people... I don't know if I'd say people don't. Shit, I don't know. It's when they don't like they're asking you for advice. They're like not advice, but asking you about specifics about something. Like, don't you have Google? Like, if you like, they're looking to buy a product and they're trying to figure out which one's better to buy. Are you not way better off just typing it into Google?
Right, and that's one of the things that might.
I don't want to sound like it's afraid. Like,
no, it's what's going to separate people from the herd now in this day and age. Your inability to exhaust your resources in an online fashion is going to determine how successful you can be in the future.
But I mean, I don't want to sound like asking questions. Like, I love asking questions. That's one thing I take pride in.
Right.
Is that I'll ask.
It's all you're doing, Googling something.
It's not even like, I don't care if it's a stupid question or what is. I'll ask if I don't know.
Right.
And then you learn. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to make it sound like it's stupid to ask a question. But just when people, like, they just start asking you certain things, and you're like, well, like, why don't you just, like, if you looked up on Google.
Well, you want your answer to be, hey, man, like, I can make this even easier on you. Mm-hmm. You can go and get the answers to all your questions without ever, just when at your whim, whenever you think it's you want to do that, you can sit down and get all these answers. No problem. I'll give them to you right now, too, because we're having a conversation. And
yeah,
I owe you that. I'm a human. You're a human.
Yeah.
And we're just talking some shit. But, yeah, you just want to, your biggest way to help them would be to tell them of this convenience you know of.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think everyone
it's not
knows.
out of malice that you want them to.
I think everyone knows about it, but
figure their shit out and get onto Google. But
what's a good fucking...
Yeah, Googling something is just getting an answer to your question.
So I heard two things today. They conveniently are related on the same topic. Both of the things fall into the category of celebrities, which I go out of my way not to focus on celebrities or learn them.
I watch TMZ twice a week.
I know you do. That's why we're here. But
I wish I knew somebody's name on that fucking show so I could have played that joke up even more. But I don't. I'm lying.
But I find that with I don't know, just like I make it an effort not to know them, because I just think it's so weird that people spend their lives following around these other people filming their lives.
Right.
Like, why don't you go live your own life? Like,
well, the filming is a little different. Like the paparazzi guys, people are actually paparazzi. Mm-hmm. That's a little fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's
really weird to get your head around.
Yeah.
When you think about it on a human level.
Yeah.
The dichotomy between a celebrity and the fucking mutant that's running around taking pictures of it, pestering it with questions.
Yeah.
Just to try to poke it with a stick and get a reaction. Because he knows he has to act professional. If he steps out of line, then it's fucking money for him.
Yeah.
Like, that's a weird gig.
That's what I find really fucking weird,
but
too.
People that like to know how celebrities live, I like that to a degree, because I like to know how other people are circulating in this world. I like to know the best lives in the world, just like I also search out who's got it the worst in the world. I think it's important to know both sides, because it's fascinating what they pay people for. And, like, let's be honest, when it's your skill set that makes you some money, and once you have the money, you're this celebrity. You're supposed to be this person who's one of the top people in the world. I don't know how we judge that. It's basically just on wealth. But it's crazy what people get paid to do in this world. Like, the acting and the singing, that gets you there. And then there's a certain level of business that gets you that fuck you money.
Yeah.
But then there's a certain level of power that comes with government business that gets you that fuck you money, but fuck you power.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, who's the best of us? Like, I always think about, if we're all here, one of us has to be the smartest. One of us has to be the best.
One of us has to go talk to the aliens.
Yeah.
When they get here.
Well, one of us has to be the best at the most of something. Mm-hmm. If there's someone who's the most boring person on earth, that's one guy or one girl. There. Somebody's always the one. We have trouble deciphering it.
But that's opinionated, though,
right.
I think, some of those things, right?
Right.
It's like we were talking about taste the other day.
Yeah, taste.
And taste is like, you can't really, like, no one can be the judge of taste.
Well, I don't think you can measure it tangibly, right?
Yeah.
You can measure sound. You can measure light. Yeah. You can't measure taste.
Yeah, I don't.
You can even measure smells, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess you can just measure what's in the air percentage-wise.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you measure how something would taste before you put it in your mouth? You just know how much sugar, how much salt, and how much that breaks down to on a normal palate of taste buds.
Yeah.
Does everybody have the same taste buds? These are all good questions, folks.
If any of you know, let us know.
Don't be scared to
You
write
know,
in.
we know. Now we know.
Got too many questions, no answers.
We're looking at doing a segment
We'll
on
just
the
sit here
show
and
actually
Google.
called "Address Your Mess," and you can write in emails, and we'll give you our opinion on your messes.
You give us a picture of your face, we figure out whether you're hot.
So what I was getting at with the celebrity thing, though, is one, I heard Paul Walker. He'd been
The late Paul Walker.
Yes,
God
the
rest
late
his
Paul
soul.
Walker. So
Can't believe he didn't get an Oscar.
fucking weird. Anyway, he was dating a 24-year-old. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, we've talked about that on the podcast. I think when he was dating a really young girl, like he was dating her when she was
We didn't talk about it on the podcast.
statutory.
I just heard about this. Yeah, she was
Oh,
fucking
really?
16 when they've been dating for 8 years. She was 16.
I would have swore you told me that.
No. She was 16 when they started dating.
Hmm.
And you're like, what the fuck? That was just kind of threw me for a
James
loop.
Franco just got
That is
the drop today.
That's
Yeah,
exactly what I was going for. James Franco got fucking, he was direct messaging a 17-year-old.
yeah. Somebody got the drop on him.
But the thing that I found with Franco's, though, is, like, I don't think he even did anything wrong. He was just trying to bang this broad who was goo for him.
Well, yeah, it's just
He's
illegal.
like, yeah, I'm
that's all.
James Franco. Well, is it, though?
Yeah,
Because they said they said consent to 17.
is
From
it?
what I read.
Well,
was
then
consent
no,
to
there's
17.
nothing wrong with that. I just thought it was under.
And
18.
he didn't ask to sleep with her. Like, he didn't actually say. Like, there's no way that would hold up in a court of law. He did anything illegal.
Hey man, you want to come over and watch a movie?
Yeah, exactly. That classic.
Get finger banged?
And when I started reading about, like, the comments below, and you scroll down, you start reading, there's like 550 comments on this thing. And as you scroll through them, every male is going, oh, what a fucking perv, real fucking creeper. This guy's got a problem. You know, oh yeah, go for the young ones, tough guy. And oh, you think because you're a celebrity, you're just going to wheel him in. And then every girl's going, yeah, I'd have done it. She wanted it. And
Yeah, you
every
see-
girl is just talking about how they would have fucked him right there. And they can't believe that this broad didn't. And every guy is pissed off. And it's clearly every guy's jealous.
It is, and it's. See now, I would never in a million years ever post anything about that to anyone, like where I was trying to tough talk James Franco, like, oh yeah, in your face, bro. Like to write that and put it out into the ether, it takes a certain kind of person.
Was Franco the guy from Spring Breakers?
Yeah.
Fucking right. That's awesome. Dude, he looked like... Dude, he blew...
I honestly don't know how to think of James Franco.
He
man.
blew a gun in that game.
He's-
in that
yeah.
game, that movie. He just started like giving a gun a blowjob.
He's like a legend and then a joke at the same time. Like he's revered in certain circles
Yeah.
to be like this James Dean, character actor.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people just say he's a joke and he just does these sideshow stunts. And he's always just doing this hipster thing where he's got to just do something that
Yeah, that's not cool. to be
against
cool.
against the grain kind of thing.
Yeah.
Constant counterculture and things like that.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I think he's pissing around with everybody. Like, it's probably fun. Like, if you were at that level of celebrity, you're probably like, I could fuck with everybody. I'm on a level where I could just, like, what people think Shia LaBeouf did, thinking like what he did was kind of like,
What did he do?
he's on the stunt, like where he was walking, he had like a paper bag over his face.
I don't know.
Because
I don't
initially,
even know who Shia LaBeouf is.
he's the guy from Transformers.
Okay, like the guy who was banging Megan Fox?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Louis Stevens from Even Stevens.
Okay.
No, well, he got caught plagiarizing something, someone's work, and he turned it into a short film or something and played it off as his own. And he got busted right away, and it's just a no-no in the creative, artistic world of whatever he was living in. But then afterwards, he was walking around with a paper bag on his head that said, "I'm not famous anymore," and like he had the eyes cut out of it. And it's like, it's a guy kind of losing his mind.
Yeah.
But you start to wonder, like, is he losing his mind, or is he just so tired of this vanilla way people think of everyone around him, just giving him the old yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
And you just get tired of people, and you're like, I'm gonna fuck with every last one of you.
Yeah.
Like, do you think you can enter celebrity and then completely reject it at its core and be like, this is absolutely fucking crazy the way you people are looking at me? Like, I'm just a human just like you. But like Justin Bieber walks into a room and girls faint,
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just a person. I think most of them start to believe their own hype. Mm-hmm. But I think there has to be a certain percentage.
Kanye's gone straight fucking nuts, and I'll say that on the air right now.
Oh, yeah. He's probably not listening.
No.
That selfish fuck. He's probably doing his own podcast and then listening to it after.
Yeah, he's the type of guy who gets high on his own material.
Yeah, he's a treat. But if that many people buy into their hype and lose their minds, there has to be a few of them that treat it like the complete opposite.
Have you ever heard of Amy McDonald?
No.
Fell in love with her the other day. Beautiful woman.
Oh, great.
She's a celebrity.
Where'd you meet her? Reception?
Yeah. No, she, what is she? I saw her in Top Gear. She likes cars.
And what does she do? Actress or sing?
A singer. She's a singer. And she sold over
A or B?
Yeah. Sold over 5 million copies in Europe. She's a big hit over there.
Good for her. What a sweetheart.
Yeah, she seems real humble, down to earth. And like I checked her Twitter, she replies to like everybody. Like you send this broad a tweet and she replies.
So you've been talking to her?
No, I sent one. She didn't reply to me.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, fucking weird, right?
I mean, what the hell?
That's okay. I know you're busy, Amy. I understand.
Playing hard to get. Hard to tweet.
I know you're one of the 11 viewers we have right now. Did I say 11?
But you just fell in love with this girl, hey?
Just good. I think it's the accent.
You throwing that around a little loose?
It's the accent.
Or is she terrific?
It's no, it's her and Anna Kendrick are my two.
Well, I think that's
Those
why
are my two go-tos, if I had to pick.
I'm pretty sure that's why Emma Watson edges out Natalie Portman in my 1-2 race of best in the world, best in the business.
Yeah. Emma Watson,
because of the accent, I think it vaults her to it's just that one thing. Mm-hmm. But who knows? Maybe we get tired of that shit. You start hearing it all the time, loses it. And then I'd be like, I shouldn't have married Emma Watson. I should have married Natalie Portman. What the hell was I thinking? Idiot. I had a real chance and I blew it. Totally blew it. That would never happen. Maybe it could. How many guys are out there, do you think, that are like those kept men?
What do you mean?
Like, that's a pretty elite club, hey, where the woman is so rich and you're just this guy who's, I guess you're in good shape and you fuck like a champ. Mm-hmm. Like, you're bringing nothing to the table. You're just like that housewife.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, it's got to be some guy. Like, some guy's got to be banging her. And some guys, she's going to want to be in a relationship with somebody. She wants to love somebody. Yeah. And it's got to be one guy. And it turns out to be Kevin Federline.
K-Fed.
And then you just do something.
I thought that guy was Nick Cannon. I got confused. I had no idea.
I thought he was a skinny black man, but he is a fat white guy.
Who knew?
Who used to dance.
I'm fucking really bad at this, man. It's so embarrassing.
I thought he was Nick Cannon.
Because people start fucking asking.
I guess both of them married pop stars. But Nick Cannon was semi-famous off his own shit, I guess.
I learned that
Kevin Federline got famous purely off the pussy he was putting his dick inside. That was it. That was his claim.
Yeah. Wasn't Nick Cannon fucking the guy from America's Got Talent? Is that him?
Yeah. Like, he's got those hosting gigs.
Him, right?
Yeah.
Fucking right. So I know Nick Cannon is not.
His biggest successful move was probably marrying Mariah Carey because she's got some heavy funds behind her.
Yeah. She also has some heavy fucking hips. Jesus. Yeah. And Mariah Carey doesn't do it for me at all. She is just an ugly looking woman.
She's not ugly, but she doesn't hit.
Borderline.
She's not even in the top 10.
Maybe who I think Mariah Carey is actually not even Mariah Carey.
Who's your number one? Do you even have a number one?
For celebrities?
Yeah,
I just told you.
Broad in the world.
Amy McDonald and Anna
She just took your number one spot?
Well, I had Jessica Alba for years. I was in love with Jessica Alba until I still loved her. I was obsessed with Into the Blue.
Still love you, Jessica.
Just let me love you.
Let me yell it to the mountains.
And so it was like Jessica Alba, and it was Into the Blue, and it conveniently had Paul Walker in it as well. One actor I knew from Fast and Furious.
You're really riding that guy's death coattails, man. That's not cool. That's kind of pretty selfish on your part.
Ride his death coattails. I don't get it.
You keep bringing him up.
Yeah, no.
For your own personal gain.
No. I'm not getting any monetary gain here by mentioning Paul Walker. If you want, you go to www.paulwalker.com.
You're working with
his
charity?
Use our coupon code, address this mess, and you'll save yourself on one free Porsche fender.
Yeah.
No, because Into the Blue was like my dream life. These guys just living in Bahamas and they riding jet skis and they go.
So you just took the dream girl they set up for you?
And no,
how much thought have you put into this? Let me ask that.
Well, back in the day, I had a lot. Like I
because this girl you just saw the other day, and she was just on an episode of Top Gear.
Yeah.
And she vaulted into number 1. I mean, that's a pretty loose position if you're asking this guy.
Right. Well, the big thing is
it takes a lot to crawl into my top 10. I mean, that's a pretty solid lineup.
Well, you apparently you have a lot less to do with your day to fucking think about these women. Because
no, it's just priorities, bro.
She's got to have a good smile. When I see a girl and she has that great smile and just lights it up, like that one. And this girl was just down to earth and super smiley and super friendly.
Okay, now I gotta look this broad up.
Yeah, no, look it up. Look up her whole interview with Top Gear. Put it on the show. We'll put it on the show.
No, I don't want to listen to her talk.
Great lady.
She's a piece of meat.
No, she is not. I am not just a piece of meat, and you will not treat her like that.
What's her name? Megan McAllister?
No. Amy McDonald. That's Amy.
Which McDonald?
Like M-A-C, like a Mac, not a Mac,
not a Mick.
Not a Mick.
Well, enunciate yourself, goddammit. This is the free world.
Everybody from the 313, throw your motherfucking hands up.
Oh, you're not serious.
Her? What? Let's see. That's her. Look how beautiful, dude.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Number 1? You can have fun with that.
Look at those big blue eyes.
You can have fun with that, but you probably don't even tell anybody about it.
No. She is a great woman. Trust me.
Does she have an accent?
I already told you. She's got a heavy accent.
You're a sucker.
No.
You're a sucker for a brunette.
With blue eyes?
Is that what she has? I didn't even notice.
Well, if you didn't even know she had blue eyes, then how can I trust your opinion on her at all? Objection.
Because she has different colored eyes in different pictures. Look at that shit.
No, that's consensus rules, and that's blue.
Yeah, but not in every photo.
Well, maybe your eyes change with seasons. That happens to people.
Maybe she's a whore who's in it for the money. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to talk up your bad. Talk bad about this girl.
If I could just talk you off the air after this when we get out of here for a minute before.
Not your number 1 though. Like you're just infatuated right now. You're just.
Yeah, Alex, you're not thinking straight. You got to think about this. Do not do what you're about to do. No,
Okay, well, we're gonna have to take consensus from everybody.
Look up Anna Kendrick. Look up Anna Kendrick. She's my girl.
Oh, you got 2?
That's the other one. You know Anna Kendrick, don't you?
No.
Yes, you do.
Why? Does she rap?
Yeah, she does the. Okay, Amy McDonald Kendrick. No.
Let's do this mutant. It's Keanu Reeves. Oh my God, it's Keanu Reeves.
We got Amy McDonald.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
Holy fuck.
I already forgot her name. That's how forgettable she is.
No, she's right there. She's the first thing. When you put an A in, I'm pretty sure she came up.
Yeah. Whatever.
Look at her. Boom.
Oh, buddy, she's from
Twilight.
Oh, I was going to say Up in the Air, I think it was, with George Clooney.
Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, she's an actress.
Now, if Clooney's had her,
she's not a rapper. What the hell are you talking about?
I never said she was a rapper. You said she was a rapper.
Oh, I thought you concurred.
No, I just started going along
She's
with it.
not a rapper. She's all right, yeah.
No, yeah, now she's okay.
Well, yeah.
Son of a bitch.
But if you're in GQ magazine, you're not going to look like shit. 10 times out of 10, you're not going to look like shit. But I don't know, man. Okay, well, who's your number 1? Let's start attacking you here. Apparently, you got a fucking laundry list. It's Emma Watson. A laundry list. Emma. Yeah, I get a steady top 5.
Buddy, she doesn't even have a fucking soul.
I know, but the Hermione thing definitely did it for me.
Hermione, she was...
Being
she was
a 12. Harry Potter...
She was 12. You're fucking... No. Okay.
No, not the...
Okay, listen, Paul.
Or Franco.
Either one of you, I don't care.
James, listen, Paul. Statch. We're going to call you Statch. What is that, a mustache?
You little
on your face?
Statchy weird, you got one of those.
You got statchy boxers on? No, it's not the Harry Potter thing didn't mean anything that way. It was the whole story of it. Just that character of Hermione and that whole going to Hogwarts thing. It's a dream. So that might lead to it. But you know what all these women have in common?
Yeah.
Ivy League educations. Natalie Portman, Ivy League education. They got it all. No more like, there's a reason. There has to be a reason that Jennifer Aniston doesn't have a guy. She has to be out of her mind. Crazy. Like, putting vases through the fucking windows every Tuesday and Thursday. Kind of crazy. Ripping the sheets up. Mood swings. Like, just standing over you while you sleep, looking at you. Wake up like fucking Goodfellas. Waking up like Ray Liotta and your wife's just over you with a gun in your face. And you're just like,
I just want to let you know.
Listen, sweetheart, your the Friends thing was great. I know you got God money and you're a first ballot Hall of Famer. But you're out of your fucking mind.
If I could just get
But I guess if it's all just a dream anyways, why am I picking some girl that's going to be like some long-term wife? I'm trying to bang this chick one time.
Yeah, it depends what you're looking for, Sting. You know, some people are looking for love. And with Amy and Anna, I'm looking for love.
You know what? This
I
girl
just
was
think that
really...
Amy McDonald, which Amy Mackenzie, just rolls so nicely into it. We just have to change a couple consonants, keep the vowels. Actually, we got to change the vowels too, but that doesn't matter. I just like if you could check.
This girl was really dressed down and
up
in the air because she never looked this good in that movie.
We got a tweet coming in here.
Uh-oh.
Of a guy, our good friend Alvin. You can find him at Anvil Smash, and he totally agrees with me. A brunette with blue eyes and an exotic accent could sell me anything, dog shit included. And that, you can believe it, is a quote.
Okay. I get that. But would she vault into your number one spot? Like, it's got to be somebody.
God.
It's not just a brunette with blue eyes.
I keep a rotating number one. Big deal.
I know, but it can only go to like 3. You can max out at a rotating 3. But after that, you're just indecisive.
Well, I got my 3. I got Amy, Anna, and Jessica.
See, and I want to question how well thought out this.
Like everything you've done.
This complete fantasy that's never going to be relevant to your life. I want to spend some time on.
We got to figure this out because you're clearly not thinking straight.
We need to really talk about trivial matters in your life.
I'm really feeling like we got to try and get the podcast back onto like some kind of knowledge because I feel like everyone who's listening to this has actually just got dumber.
Yeah, well,
but I got nothing. I'm so stuck on this this topic.
Celebrities.
Did you read anything, Dave? Do you read anything?
Read everything every day, bro. Read all the time. Back to the cereal box. Did the Sugar Crisp maze for the 5th time in a row today. First try.
I just noticed we got a DC hoodie laid out over here. Like we're fucking, like they should be one of our affiliates. Somebody should take that down. We're going to get sued.
That's Jeff's.
Yep.
Doug's phone. It's Doug's phone.
No, that's Doug's phone. Duh. Fuck.
Yep. You know what's really cool is when celebrities are really multifaceted, talented. Mm-hmm. And even funnier when they're not, but they try to make them be. Like if a guy's a heavy singer and they try to get him in a movie or something. Or like Shaq doing movies.
What was
like
that stupid movie?
What was it?
No, that was
Kadabra or Shazam or something.
Yeah. Was Shaq's one where he's a genie.
Yeah.
But the Shaq the genie, folks.
Dennis Rodman and Jean-Claude, was it? Double team?
The worst one I've seen, or like lately anyway, like have you seen the setup?
No.
It's like 50 Cent.
Oh, I've seen the trailer, yeah.
They've got 50 Cent. Who else they got? They got...
you know what? He's not bad. I'm surprised he doesn't get bigger roles. I guess not bigger roles.
Yeah, they got Randy Couture.
Oh,
and
nice.
Randy Couture shoots himself in the face within the first like 10 minutes of being introduced to the movie.
Oh, nice.
And it's just the
Randy,
worst.
it's going to be a short one. All right.
It's just the worst movie. Like
Quick 10K.
Like you learned about foreshadowing when you were in like grade 6? Grade 5? You learned about how a book will foreshadow. And this movie...
I was a poetry major in college, so yeah.
No, I
all about it.
understand. You went to fucking DeVries.
Dead Poets Club. Dead Poets Society? I don't know.
But fucking...
I'm rambling.
The guy's like, yeah, I just got the triggers tuned up on those guns, bro. Settle down with them. And fucking... He's just sitting there twirling pistols. And then fucking... All you hear is bang! And he fucking blows his own head off. And you just knew it was coming from the second he said, hey, I just got those triggers tuned up, bro. And it just goes on and on.
Poor foreshadowing. Bad movies are tough to watch, man.
You know what I find really weird with movies with me lately is that I've kind of got a weird thing going where I won't watch a movie from before my time. Like people say certain movies like that movie is so good, but it's like from like
Casablanca?
late 90s.
That's the weird thing though. Like Casablanca you're not going to go watch, but you can definitely go watch Scarface. That's like 73.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I guess
I've watched it
yeah.
and I like it, but
I guess you don't really want to go back and watch
it's just like
you got to really like
when
movies.
when I go to listen to a new podcast, I pick their latest episode
For sure.
because for some reason you just naturally think, oh well, the newest one's got to be the best one, like they're getting better every time, and you know that that's not true because I know like this episode's definitely not going to be our best episode.
Not with that fucking attitude.
But you just keep thinking that the newer it is, the better. So for movies, like other than the one movie that I will watch that is old, it's 06, so it's not that old.
Goldmember?
But no, Inside. Shit, I'm out of options. Inside Man.
Inside Man?
I think Inside Man is like my favorite movie, man.
Okay.
I think it's a great movie.
You know what?
That's a bank robbery that could fucking work.
And that leads...
You bite your tongue.
I get the fascinating part of it. But you're watching a movie where you already know the rub. You know the kicker, the twist, the whole deal. Oh, yeah. So when you're watching this again and again, the excitement's gone. We can assume that. So what do you watch? Are you watching it for the plot? Are you watching it for the... What is this, skills competition?
Nope.
Fuck. And he blows it.
I should have. Well, I was watching on the gosh dang screen.
No. Amateur.
We got nothing.
Where was I?
So what am I watching for? I think I just watch it because I convince other people to watch it. And then you're like, yeah, no, this is a great movie. And you want to see their reaction while they're watching it.
Yeah. I know that, like, watching movies where you know there's a great twist, so it's going to be a good movie if everyone just buys in and pays attention.
Yeah. Don't you hate...
But movies you're going to watch again and again, I don't know, what movie should you see twice?
Comedies. Don't you hate when you're watching, like, a movie or just something in general, and they're like, oh, no, watch it, this is good part coming up.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, okay. So then you sit there and you watch it. You're like, that was the good part, pal. As well, had he not said this was a good part, you probably would have been like, fuck yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And the thing I hate the most, other than the guy going, oh, this is a good part coming up, you better watch. And the worst thing is, I do it all the time. And I know it's fucking stupid. Is though when someone goes, no, this is the best part of the whole movie, man. Best part of the whole movie. So you watch that part and you're like, really? It's all downhill from here. It's not getting any better than what I just saw. Like, I might as well shut this fucking thing off right now.
Yeah, because I say that in jest, too, because, like, Rush Hour 2 was on TV the other day.
Oh, great fucking show.
And it's the one where he shows up to the craps table and starts losing his shit to cause a distraction.
Yeah.
And it's one of the funniest scenes in any movie ever, anywhere. It's hilarious. I don't know if it's improv or what was written or what, but Chris Rock just makes you laugh the whole time.
Isn't it Chris Tucker?
Chris Tucker, exactly. I'm not racist.
Oh, you know the most embarrassing thing? Speaking of that, I went to fucking...
That everyone just saw you on camera clean up your mess with your fucking socks that were on your feet.
It wasn't a fucking sock, you idiot. It looked like a goddamn napkin.
Mr. I stand up to pee.
Well, there you go. You're the fucking sit. Oh, my God. Dude, we got that on tape, don't we? We got you sitting down to piss shit. Yeah, we fucking thought we lost it. It's there.
We never got into it enough.
Well, go grab your fanny pack and go sit down and take a piss, pal.
I'm actually looking for a good fanny pack. Anyone out there knows how to... I'm not looking for like a really logical, practical fanny pack. I'm looking for something to stick out. I'm trying to blatantly wear a fanny pack. I'm not trying to just wear a fanny pack. I'm doing it ironically, bro.
Well, I hope that someone fucking does something horrible with your fanny pack.
You know what my girl's explanation was? Her excuse for me not to wear a fanny pack. She desperately didn't want me to. That someone could take it off my waist and I would lose everything. She's like, no, you can't do it because of that. I was like, listen, I know you don't want me to wear a fanny pack. I know you don't want to be dating a guy that's going to wear a fanny pack. But you just have to just accept it. It's like sex with Kobe Bryant. It's going to happen.
I kind of, just wear a fanny pack, but just wear it at the gym. Just start there.
Dude.
Just throw a fanny pack on and go for it. Like, get in a full jogging outfit like you're going for a jog. Like, put on sunglasses. Put on that gay fucking runner's cap. Get
so
the
like
jogging
a costume?
Shorts,
You want me to wear a costume?
like a running outfit. And
I guess that's kind of what I'm doing,
just
right?
start running.
I'm kind of like wearing just a part of a costume.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to go with some short shorts too.
Oh, no. Like, dude, just like your guy in Grand Theft Auto 5?
Yeah, really similar. Really similar. Like,
Too bad there's no fanny packs in GTA 5.
Yeah, not Speedo, it just like old school 70s soccer short kind of thing. Like, kind of got a slit up the side.
Yeah.
For range of motion.
My buddy Cass Pelton.
Mobility.
Cass Pelton, good guy. He went with the same look.
Just in case I got to throw a high kick. I got to be able to get that right up there, right?
Yeah, fucking right.
In my flip flops. No, I think you just got to play the part, man. I think, I'm doing it because I'm going on vacation. If anyone didn't know that already. But.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Las Vegas.
He's going to Vegas, folks.
And in Las Vegas, you get to be whoever you want to be because no matter what you do, you're not even the fifth craziest person there. So if I'm going to motor around in cool get-up, some nice studs, I'm not really going to stick out, but I get to be free.
Better purchase all your fucking things on Amazon.
It's not even that I want to look that way because I want to look that way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I want to. I don't know what drives me. I don't know what my motives are. I just know, like, that's the only part of my right brain that's really operating on the feeling part of things.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I want it, and sometimes I just succumb to the feeling. Where it's like, I can't explain this one, but I just want to do this. Most of the time, it's because I put thoughts in people's heads where, like, I want to see people look at me. I want to see some people judge me sometimes. Some people I want to see people react too quickly to something that doesn't affect them. Like, you can play little ploys on people in an experimental kind of, like, way where you're wearing a certain t-shirt and it says something and it causes other people to feel a certain way and then possibly somebody will have something to say about it. But I'm just trying to, like, I think I'm just wearing shit to try to win an argument. Like, how fucking lame is that? Like,
well, you're trying to get someone to start an argument based on your shirt,
but I don't want to be like the one I started. Yeah,
and you've already thought out everything. Yeah. Like, you already know how the argument's going to end.
But it's not always the case.
But you've got your defenses in line.
Because lots of times it's not about a specific thing.
Specific.
It's only because I want to spark an interesting conversation at all. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going to wear my O.J. Simpson jersey, not because I'm going to try to defend his innocence, just because I want to talk some shit about shit.
Yeah.
Like, because if you see a guy wearing that jersey, you're like, this guy probably is a little different than everyone else. Maybe that's all I want to be, is just a little different.
Well, everyone likes to think they're a little different, right?
Yeah, probably, even though you're not. Like, going out of way to not watch reality TV, because I want to be like, nah, it's not me, bro. Not me. They don't got me figured out. Like, I'm so special or different from anybody. Like, I'm going to break out of this mold, this drudges they keep you marching to, like, not going to a regular job. That's got to be one of the big things, right? That can separate. That could separate.
I don't want to do a regular job.
That separates you from. You can knowingly walk around that you're not just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Because you don't have that to worry about. You're living a different life because that's not on your mind.
Making your own schedule.
Yeah. I think it just takes a certain amount of discipline to get rewarded that way. Like, some people fall ass backwards into money. But it does take a certain amount of hard work and discipline. But it's just like that thing you said where you were saying, like, if I ever wanted to slug it out somewhere, you move to the place you want to be first and then try to get your job and everything going, like, because then you're just doing it there.
Right.
It's just like with your career. If you're going to put all this hard work into something, what if you put it into the one thing you wanted to do? And then when that works out, eventually enough hard work makes it work out. Yeah. And when that works out, then you're doing that.
Yeah.
And you never have to do that shit. Sometimes it's just the journey is too daunting for people.
Yeah.
It makes them afraid and they back off. I guess that separates those people most of the time. So maybe they do deserve all that fucking money.
Oh, it's always the fear of losing everything, kind of. I don't know.
Well, it's just if you're your own boss, you're your own boss, man. But you're the barometer of your own success. Mm-hmm. So you're only going to go as high as you allow yourself to go. And if you're not that ambitious, maybe you need a fucking boss. Maybe you need somebody to boss you around and force you into doing things.
Yeah.
Some people need to be backed into a corner. And some people are able to back themselves into corners.
I think
and push
a lot more
themselves
than some people need a boss. Like, there's a large amount of the population that, like, you want things, but you just want to.
But isn't it only to keep this machine going?
What?
Like, we need smart voters, like smart people that are in society. Like, being a carpenter doesn't mean you're stupid, but your contribution is the carpentry thing. And we need you just like we need the clerk and we need like, we need robots just like we need skilled work.
Yeah.
But what's going to happen?
Well, it's like you can't have everyone trying to run the organization. You need someone to drive the forklift too.
I know, but nobody wants to believe that they're just like, nobody's really that happy accepting the worker be fucking.
There are though, man. There are. Like, I've met lots of guys.
But you're really just
like, you know what,
naive
they're
about
like,
it.
like, you know what, like, I'm not, like, when they talk about it, like, when people who have careers they love, they'll say that I am and that's their career. Whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess there's
so
just,
they'll say like, oh, I am a lawyer. And if they love being a lawyer, they say, I am a lawyer. Or I am
that's a little more prestigious.
Or I am a athlete. Or I am a
But are people really happy being
sports
I'm
enthusiast?
the factory worker?
They don't call themselves that. They say, you know, I work at a factory, but I'm a father of two and I love my kids and I love to go fishing. So I'm a fisherman. And I love to go fishing with my kids.
Really?
And I'm a family man. Yes.
So he's a fisherman.
Yes.
He's not a...
No. He won't call himself a factory worker.
Whatever he is at the plant?
Won't say, no, I'm a fucking...
so your career doesn't define you? It's your hobby?
Well, exactly, yeah.
So
like
I'm a...
your career defines you if you're career driven.
I just thought about that in my head. I'm a fucking nobody. Like, what do I would never say there's not one thing I do that I would even define myself by.
Yeah,
like,
but
I guess you're nobody then.
As you get older, though, I think you start to realize, like, you don't have to be a professional and call yourself something. Like, you know, you are what you do. Like, I love the dirt bike, and I fucking suck at dirt biking.
Would you call yourself a dirt biker?
I ride dirt bikes.
Right. Oh, yeah, I guess that would be the correct moniker.
Yeah. Like, you know, like, if someone asked me what I did, I'm not... I guess you initially go to your career. You say, oh, like, what do you do for work? But everyone says that. What do you do for work?
Well, I think that's the thing. Is
if someone said to me, what do you do? I would say, oh, I play hockey. You know, I like to dirt bike. I jet ski, snowmobile. Yeah.
No, because that initial question out of the gates, everybody knows what they mean.
No, because...
What do you do? Oh, what do you do? If you're just meeting your in-laws for the first time, and they're like, what do you do? Like, hey, what do you do?
No,
the first thing you come out of
I'm sticking my guns. Fuck you, and I'm not bowling over.
The first thing you come out of the gates with is whatever the fuck they pay you money to trade your life for.
No,
everybody comes out with it. You got to just lay it on the table, and they're like, then they're judging you harshly right there. And
don't say doing your wife. Don't say doing your wife. Don't say doing your wife. Doing your son.
You lay it on the table, and you just. That's why.
There's a lot of people.
I think there's a huge part of the population that just settles. Like, I often think about the wasted talent. Like, those are some of the most interesting stories. That kid who was so sick and so good, and then, like, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Like, for any reason. Like, either the kid got hooked on something, or he was the champ, and then he got hooked on crack. Like, there's that guy, and then there's the guy who...
Braden Federley?
Like Len Bias. Len Bias, like, he just died. But the could have been kind of thing. You start to think about these wasted talents that never got an opportunity. And you're like, how many people out there could have beat, like, somebody could have beat Gretzky's records, but he got hooked on the booze at 16, or, like, anything like that. Like, does that exist out there? And you think the laws of probability say it has to.
In a different dimension, or this one?
No, just in this. Like, just, there's people that could have been great, that the one thing happened, and everyone would have known their name, but something happened, and now no one knows them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you look back and you see, like, someone who's super famous, but they're back before they were famous, like, just like a successful comedian, but he's just at the club doing like he was just a guy going up there trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And, like, no one talked to him after stage, like, after he got off.
Yeah.
Talking to Adam Sandler, you're like, oh, Adam Sandler's gonna like in the future make $20 million a movie.
Yeah.
Like he's a god.
Yeah.
But at that moment, he was just this regular human being. Does any of that correlate? Probably not.
No, that makes perfect sense. I think what my friend Mike here is trying to say is that true love can be blind.
Just raise our glasses, whatever we got in front of us. I'm not a talker.
Mazel tov.
Frank's dad here, that's also I was doing like 8 years. Love you, Dad. It's
a bunch of good Canadian kids, just high off the glass, eh? High off the glass.
You know what I'm excited about? The guys from Super Troopers are doing that Potfest movie that they promised at the end of Beer Fest.
Yeah.
The Broken Lizard guys. They're doing it with Cheech and Chong.
Where'd you learn that, Cheech?
Should be great. Yeah.
Drug school. Potfest. It's like Beer Fest, but like a marijuana version.
Yeah, it'll be.
So is it just like a movie of people smoking marijuanas and then laying on a couch and eating Cheetos?
Yeah, well, the Beer Fest was like a competition thing that they did, right? That movie. Right. So I'm not sure if this.
So how do you compete in marijuanas?
I'm not sure if that's the way they're going to go with it. I just know that they're going to a pot festival with Cheech and Chong. That's the synopsis.
Right. Is it actually like the original like Cheech and Chong?
Yeah,
they're still alive.
Yeah.
See, that weed does not kill.
They make good money.
They should be dead as fuck right now.
I don't know if they were funny. Like, I don't know if they're really comedic geniuses, like their comedic abilities. I don't know how you measure that.
Yeah.
They were just these characters.
It's weird how...
that were really funny because there was a certain culture that would automatically latch on to anyone who was saying weed was okay because they wanted weed to be okay because they liked weed.
Yeah.
So you're automatically going to sell a certain demographic on it.
Don't you find as you get older and you start getting more involved, like I'm trying to follow the comedy scene more now. Mm-hmm. Figure out like who comedians are and what's going on. And you see people like Will Ferrell. Funny, but you're like, do you think he's funny? Like
I think he is very funny, yeah.
But yeah, of course, any movie I've ever seen with Will Ferrell, he's probably my favorite actor. If I see something with him in it, like I'm watching it. But like, what is the definition of funny? Is it the guy who actually comes up with the jokes, or is it just the guy who can deliver them?
Yeah.
Or is it or it could be a combination of both. Like Will Ferrell is probably the funniest actor going. Just his ability to keep that dead serious face.
Well, I'll ask you this because you're more into music, or you've probably thought more about music. So if you aren't writing your own songs, but you're singing them, mm-hmm. how much credit or how much credence do you give to the performer and the writer? Who gets what? How do you break that down?
Well,
if Katy Perry's not writing her own songs,
I don't give a shit about Katy Perry.
She just sings.
No, she can suck then.
Who's better, the writer then?
Lady
You're
Gaga.
on the writer side. I think Lady Gaga probably writes at least on her stuff.
I feel she writes all of her own songs.
All of her own songs,
but she probably doesn't. That's probably a bold overstatement.
It's really tough to figure it out these days.
You know, when I was really young, my dad told me that
they do keep good hush hush on that shit.
He said songwriters have the best job in the world.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, you know why? Because you know what? The songwriter, you're gonna make a bunch of money, and you're gonna do just fine. But you don't have to worry about going out for lunch. It's like you go for lunch and you don't have people mauling you.
Some people like that though. Don't get it twisted. Some people would love the attention all day, all night. To be a celebrity, have people fucking scream about you when you walk around.
Dude,
there's a certain level of
why do you think I'm doing this podcast?
Yeah, that people would get on board with, man. It'd be fucking funny to be famous. I do a bunch of crazy shit.
Like you ride a tricycle down Broadway?
Yeah, you never know if you can be trusted. You're always like, if I had that money, I would be so humble and so thankful. But then you get there and you just fucking lose your mind, man. It just happens. It's human nature. I don't even think you have a chance. Especially when you're doing it from a young age. Best I can tell, 9 times out of 10, it turns you into a crazy asshole.
Well, the weirdest thing, like the one thing that I thought about, like you talk about actually getting to that point, is with money and like, yeah, it's getting fucking cold in here. Shut that down.
My feet.
Yeah, I don't have socks on my feet now that everyone knows because you told them I usually clean up my fucking beer.
Yeah, that's some caveman shit, bro.
So I was talking about.
Imagine they saw you eat.
Hey, you keep it down. We don't need a dishwasher in this house.
Paleo diet, paleo eating style. Rip it apart with your fingers.
So, what the fuck was it? Yeah, so we're talking about like corporations, and I find it really weird that like people like Walmart and McDonald's, like 2 huge major companies that are, sorry, I had to burp. 2 companies that are just killing it, like the richest companies in the world, they pay the least to their employees. And you would think that companies that, like the better the company's doing, the better the employees should be doing type of thing. Like if you work for a company that's just breaking it in hand over fist.
The profit sharing utopia.
Yes.
Of Alex Mackenzie.
Yeah.
The great philosopher.
Fucking right. So
Homer.
then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, if I open my own business and it just started rolling in dough, like I want to give my workers a raise, but you're like, when do you do that? Like eventually you're gonna be like, hey, if I just keep going like this, keep paying them that, I can take care of my family, I can take care of my kids, like my kid, like, you know.
Yeah, I think it comes down to
so eventually
your job evaluation, right?
Like I like to think that I would pay them equally. Like I'm gonna take this percentage, and you guys get this percent, and then as it rises, like we're gonna rise and fall together.
But I think there's a salary cap on head pickle cutter.
Yeah, when you look, you're like, you know what, you're getting this, and I'm taking the top.
You're dumping the same basket of fries in the grease.
Yeah.
You've done nothing to earn your raise, so I'm gonna pay you this, and it'll be that way until the end of time, where the government makes me raise the minimum. One of the two. But no, you haven't done anything. Your job hasn't changed. We've just had more customers and more burgers are coming. Yeah. But your job hasn't changed. You're just flipping more fries. Yeah, I guess you'd get a certain percentage for the quantity of work.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the profits are not going to you're not trying to raise the bottom up. You're just trying to get to the top.
Yeah.
And if you're that guy, yeah, it's not.
But I like to think in my head that I would pay my workers more. I'm sticking to it.
And I think a lot of people would do it if there was a true promise that it would show utopian possibilities.
Yeah.
Where if we all do this, this world is going to be incredible. Everyone's going to be eating, smiling, laughing, and we will just be prospering. But even if you're just doing that through the money side of things, you would have to hope that, like, the utopia is everyone acting in everyone's best interests. Mm-hmm. Just because you're giving away money to the fucking broke people doesn't mean that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So automatically, if you're the guy with the money, you're like, no, that's not going to fix everything. It'd be nice, but if I'm going to do that, I need more promises than just I'm going to make some people happy.
Yeah.
Because I don't know those people. I want to make my kids happy and my kids' happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Not those fucks.
Well, you take care of yourself.
So it's still very tribal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
To be a human. And everyone can get on board with that. You kind of understand it. But the things that you can think about when 7 billion people get on the same page and no one's hungry, and there's time to spare, because we don't have to worry about our basic necessities, which are all taken care of because we got it in order.
Yeah.
It's one brain thinking as 7 billion parts. We come up with some crazy shit. We already come up with crazy shit. There's only like a 5% of us that are even thinking about crazy shit.
Yeah.
There's tons of geniuses. And not that many people get the opportunity to be geniuses.
Yeah.
They don't come from a place that allows them to do that. So even if they had the hardware in the first place, the nurture side of things just shuts them down because they were born in the wrong line in the sand.
Yeah.
You're fucked. But geniuses change the world every day, and there's only a handful of them. Not a handful, but there's a small percentage when you're looking at the whole.
I think people are a lot smarter than, like, the general population is a lot smarter than people.
You think the bar is higher than lower?
Yeah. Well, fuck, I don't know, dude. I watched a video the other day of a guy grab with a set of pliers, and he grabbed a tooth, and he's pulling his own teeth out, and he's drinking a bottle of whiskey.
I think I saw that one too.
Yeah, it was on Tosh.
Think about the just go on World Star Hip Hop, man.
I saw you tweet about that the other day.
Yeah,
good stuff.
It's real gross. Like, you can lose all faith in humanity in a half sec, but then you can watch some shit and you're like, you know what? We're going to be just fine.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's weird.
But I don't know
like, generally when I talk to people, I find people are the same. Like, you talk to everyone, and everyone kind of comes across the same drift, other than, like, you get the fucking outrageous guy who's just still.
But think about who you've talked to. It's like 0.00001% of the population.
Right. But so what? I'm just conveniently talking to all the smartest people, or the smarter bunch?
But you've talked to some dumb people in there too, right?
Of course.
So it's just, you try to take your small sample size, but I don't think you can judge 7 billion people accurately, right? Like, how would we know who's really, like, there's some people who just don't have an opportunity to be smart. And it's not their fault. They just never got an education because of where they live. It's pure poverty. They're just strictly focused on survival.
Yeah.
But then there's some people that take everything they get for granted, and they're still really stupid, and they had not a chance in education. They had a chance at getting ahead and living free of any stress or any worries, but they still blow it. They still fuck it up. So is that person stupid? And if so, then there's stupid people that exist in every society. Some by choice, some not by choice.
Yeah.
But to be smart, I think, is a special thing. Stupid is very easy. But to be smart is a real privilege. To have any level of intelligence about you, it is a real privilege. To be able to decipher things in the world around you for yourself. Like, just think about being one man out in the wild, being able to survive. You survive based on your knowledge.
Yeah, but that's the definition of what is smart. Like, you get to the thing, what is smart? Like, someone at work asked me the other day, like, what is your definition of smart? Like, so the guy can just crunch numbers like a genius. Like, he can do it quicker in his head than you can do with a calculator. But he can't spell his own name.
That's a savant.
So is he smart or no?
It's a good question, though.
There you go. Boom. See, that's what I got. That's a good one. That's your cop out all the time. That's a good question. And that's your way of saying, I don't know. But by saying that's a good question, you have to say, I don't know. So you did admit you didn't know, but you're just going to say that's a good question.
Yeah, I guess so. Being diplomatic about it.
No, yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying.
But
so he still won't say it. He still won't say it, folks. I guess you might be saying that.
Maybe heretofore.
Kind of, sort of, in a weird roundabout kind of way.
Your Honor.
No. Fuck.
No, because, yeah, is a savant smart? Because, like, to have the ability to, like, that one guy who can just recite, I guess he's not even a savant, though. He's got they call him the man with the amazing brain.
And it turns out he's actually
in the documentary.
Retarded.
Hell if I know his name. No, but he's actually not really lacking in, like, he's not probably the most social human being in the world.
Yeah.
But on the autism spectrum, he's not, like, lacking, having huge deficits in some part of his personality. But he can remember pi to 22,500 places.
Dude, pi doesn't go that many places.
Yeah, pi doesn't end. And he can.
Oh, it ends when it comes in my living room.
He can remember it to 22,500 places. But what he claims is not that he's memorizing anything or calculating anything. What he claims is that he closes his eyes and the numbers come to him in visions.
Yeah.
So his brain's just this calculator that's almost a separate entity from his body. And it's the same as you closing your eyes, or him closing his eyes is the same as you just reading it on your calculator. Like, the answer comes to him that freely.
That good a vision, like that good a memory.
His brain just works that way, but he can't explain how his brain works that way. Like, he can learn languages in 6 days. It's just
they say it takes 4 years, Stinger. I'm calling you on this one.
This is his gig, is he can do these things, but he's saying his brain's. He almost feels like he's stepping outside of. I don't know. I'm not putting words in the guy's mouth, but this
is how he feels. Trust me.
He never. I guess if you've never, like, he never sat down and studied math a whole bunch. Mm-hmm. Like, you got your normal dose of math as you do as a kid, but his brain was just able to do these crazy things with it.
Like, I had 11 gummy bears. I gave you 4, and how the fuck do I only have 3 left?
This is the guy who has the same hardware as you, but his software is immensely upgraded. You're running on Windows 95, and he's running on whatever comes out next decade. But it's not by any certain training. It's not. It's like those guys that have certain antibodies in their blood. Right. They're just born with it, and their blood can cure diseases in babies.
Right.
And they just donate blood and save millions of lives because it's the only way they know of to cure these kids.
As you do.
But it's not like this guy trained himself to have that. It's not like genetically we can figure out what made him this way.
Okay, what's this guy's name?
This happy mistake. I don't know his name.
Oh, weird. Well, obviously your brain doesn't work as good as his.
No, not even close.
So this guy's just super smart, or he just has super good memory? Like
the man with the amazing brain, yeah.
Is photographic memory? Is that not what you were just talking about?
Yeah. Sorry, I was talking about the guy with the crazy blood, too.
Okay, right. So the guy, like, is photographic memory a real deal? Like, you just lock it in, and then you're just like a computer. You just sit down, you're like, hang on, loading.
It'd be pretty tough to explain, hey? If you have it, I bet it would even be tough to explain. No, you were wrong. Because there's an eidetic memory, too.
Eidetic?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta take a wicked piss.
It's called an eidetic memory. Yeah, you can go do your thing.
Well, we're at an hour 2.
We're at an hour 2?
Yeah.
Oh, they're all gone, eh?
Well,
hello? Hello?
Is anyone left?
Hello? Is there anyone still in here?
No.
The wound is beginning to smell a little like almonds. which is not good. No, let's bid these people fucking adieu. They got families to fucking visit with and love.
Okay.
Okay, we listen to us ramble all night.
Okay,
Day. You don't know when this is.
We'll lock it up. Well, they do because we're live now.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we do. So everyone knows.
Total invasion of my privacy, you know?
And this will be posted tomorrow, invading more of your privacy. Okay, so yeah, this has been another episode of Address This Mess. Stang, you got to start doing closing.
I think Alvin was throwing us a bunch of tweets today.
No, Alvin was. We got a good fellowship here.
We had a few people that are just, you know,
they're into it.
Out there chucking us stuff. It's good positive vibes off people. Sometimes when you tell people you do this, you get that look. I like that look too. See, that's why I do shit. This whole podcast might be for me to be able to get that look.
Get the luck.
Just, they look at you and they're like, what? You really do weird stuff? And you're like, no.
What do you mean you're videotaping
No,
what you're
you're
doing?
just being ignorant. I love to see it. Oh,
weirdest thing for me is fucking...
driven by the worst things. I might be...
When I
might have the worst of intentions.
When I look at podcasts now and I see they don't have video, I'm like, you bums. We got
Right
video
away,
like 3 episodes ago. Just added video. And somehow I think that if you don't have video, you're nobody.
Well, you are. It's plain chapter verse, buddy. That's the way it is.
Spend our first year with no video. But that's what we call a fucking entry-level contract.
All right, you sick bastards. Go to bed. Brush your teeth.
Well, it's nice seeing you guys again.
Yeah, take care of each other.
We're out here.